Hello everyone, my name's Chris Collected. Welcome to another episode of Life Collected. Today, well actually today it's going to be a little bit of a new one for me. This is a punch needle, and I've started a little bit. Where's my other one? Hold on one second. So I got into this recently, and this was the first one that I made. And I thought it was pretty good. And then there's a place up near me called SAS. It's a mill-in store. And so what I did was I went ahead and got some from them for only $3 a yard. The other stuff was $10 a yard, so much cheaper. But it's like, I haven't washed it yet, so it's still a little bit wide. I'll probably end up pulling a lot of this out, but it's alright. I was trying just to see how it would work, you know? And so I have a bigger piece that I wanted to work on today, because I had bought some really nice stuff, but it's not working as well as I wanted. But that's all right, you know. We live and learn, you know. There we go. And then there should be music on in the background, right? Let me check. I have it plugged into these headphones here. Also, I got a gaming capture device the other day, so tomorrow I will do some gaming capture, because I have a device for it now, so I should have a lot less like lag and stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so this is what I'll be working on today. If you see the THC is already I drew that on there. I cut this out myself and then surged it, and then put it onto this thing, which it's probably gonna be too you know, narrow for you to hear, but you have to like be able to like hit it like a drum, is what they say. And if you can't hit it like a drum, then you gotta tighten it, keep tightening until you can. The camera is blurry? I think it's your connection, because there's no way this camera is blurry. This thing's doing 1080. Well, oh shit, my signal is terrible. For some reason, I am hardwired into this thing. This T-Mobile internet is not as good as, you know, they claim it to be. During certain weather and stuff like that, it's just really not that good. It sucks. Connection is unstable. If you're on Wi-Fi, try plugging in the router and move closer to it. I'm both of those things. I'm as close as I possibly can to it. Ugh. The internet, you know? What do you do, right? Anyways, we'll try to have a good time either way. So what you gotta do is, this is a punch needle. This one is like a cheaper Chinese one. It's adjustable. The adjustability, what that does is, you can actually make a... See, if you look at this, when I go like that, see, it gets longer and longer, and that's actually how long the loop will be on the other side. Then you see loops on this side. And so, that's how long it will be. Right now I have it set to D, is what I have it set to, which is the shortest that you can have. So yeah. That's what I'm working on today. Isn't that cute? And basically all you do is you just kind of keep going and going and going until finally you get there. You're done, you know? But I wanted to show off what I was, you know, how I was doing this. I actually just got this cloth like 20 minutes ago from SAS. I kind of like... I was gonna do show off my quilt progress today, but ultimately I was like, this is something that I'm really interested in right now, and I was like, it's my channel, right? I can do whatever I want on my channel. And so at this point I just got to fill in the rest of it. So we'll do like 30 minutes of this, and then we'll be done for the day. You know, a nice short one today. Because it is a rainy day here in Phoenix. It does suck, though, that my thing is kind of blurry. That sucks. That's never good, you know? That internet is not what it's cracked up to be, huh? The key to this is not only consistency and spacing is really important, but also you have to push all the way in. You can't go halfway or anything like that. And so what I find nice about it is kind of a relaxing methodology, in the sense of, you know, you're doing the same thing over and over again and getting the results that essentially you're putting into it. It's a very one-to-one thing in that way. Oops. I don't need that trash can there anymore. I was just using it to hold. You do need slack, though. It is the #1 most important thing. If you do not have slack, you do not make stitches. It's that simple. The reason for that is, if you look here, it actually will pull thread through it. Well, if it can't pull thread, then, you know, you don't make that stitch. And it will never stitch if it doesn't have slack. You can go as fast or as slow as you want. There is no, like, you know, speed qualifications to it. Granted, you know, if I want to make money on this, obviously faster will be better. I did buy some more of this yarn, but I ended up, I don't have the right needle. I bought a new needle. This guy, which these are the best ones on the market. These are called the Oxford needles. And they are about $30 each. Problem is, I didn't realize that this was the fine point one, not, because I mean, it's on the box, it's my fault, it's on the box. But I didn't realize it's the fine point one, and that's not what I needed. I needed the chunky one. So I gotta go buy another one. I'll keep this one for when I do fine point stuff, because it's better than this Chinese one, which came with, this was literally like a $2 kit off of online. Like, you know, just straight from China, stuff like that, you know? And it's fine. It was definitely a good way to get me hooked into it. And now that I'm like, okay, I like it, it's like, let me get the $30 one, because this is all solid wood and actually like handmade and stuff like that. It's a much higher quality. Whereas people always complain about like, these plastic ones are going to break, you know? And I had bought some wool, but it's hand-done wool, and it's just a little too inconsistent for it to actually work. This stuff needs a little more consistency. It's actually raining here today. I'm doing all right. You know, sore muscles for sure, because, you know, the gym is a new experience for me. It's a very, very new experience, and so I actually went out the other day on Amazon and bought myself one of those guns that are going to, like, you know, shoot my muscles. You know what I mean? With like, it's like a little massage gun, because I had some really, really badly sore legs and stuff. Which is fine. I mean, you know, you have the body that you have, right? There you go. Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, a guy came up to me today and took photos of me, and said that he wanted to show his little brother because his little brother had the same hair as me. I wasn't quite sure if he was flirting with me or not. Honestly, I couldn't tell. But he's really cute though. Because I mean, everyone at the gym is pretty cute. But he was nice and he came up to me and took when I was running, and he was like, "Hey, can I take a picture of you? I want to show my brother your hair." And I was like, "Yeah, sure." I probably should have talked to him some more, huh? But, you know, it's alright. I'm still a bit nervous when I go to the gym. It's still a new place for me, and I don't quite know, you know, all the rules or anything, or that kind of social structure or anything like that. So, I was still kind of shy and kind of doing my own thing and wasn't really thinking about him necessarily. But it was something afterwards. I was like, oh yeah, I probably should have, like, flirted with him or something. Like, probably should have talked to him. And then yesterday I went to an arcade. That was a lot of fun. It was half price on Wednesdays. And I had a free $10 card that I had gotten for like the arcade and everything. And so I was like, oh, well, let's go on Wednesday. And that way I'll literally have $20 in free play. You know what I mean? Because it's half price. And ended up playing for about 2 hours. Because I bought like another $50 worth. And then still have like half of that. And it was fun, you know, I mean, it was mostly kids there, right? It's like, it's not a ton of adults. Like, it was not necessarily an adult-themed one. It was definitely, I was kind of one of those things, is I kind of thought more adults would be there. But I guess, you know, Wednesday at a noon is probably not prime time for adults. Which is probably why they do half price on Wednesdays, right? Because, you know, they don't have a lot of people showing up. But that's alright. I still had a lot of fun. That's all that really matters, right? I posted a photo of it on my Instagram as well. So if you want to look at my little outfit that I was wearing, you can do that. I believe that outfit was just from like one of my more recent videos as well too. So I made sure to wear that one so I forgot to actually promote the video though. I was like, I am the worst marketer in all of YouTube for sure. Well, that's all right. I'm getting better at it. This one, the today that it came out yesterday. Yeah, I'll talk to him next time for sure. Yeah. But yeah, the video came out yesterday. Actually has a thing on it, like an actual thumbnail, which for me is pretty rare. I don't usually have a lot of thumbnails on a lot of my videos. Not for lack of, you know, more for lack of trying there. If you... Yeah, I had the latest tee on, yeah. Need to go later at night? Oh, yeah. Why is what hard to make? Why are these hard to make? These aren't hard to make at all. These are hard to do really well, but I mean, they're not hard to make. You do have to worry about this kind of stuff, like, see, it's between two different threads, so that I have to rethread. But if you're talking about the marketing, why it's hard is because I'm just not great at the algorithm and, you know, like, getting... Because what it is, it's a lot about doing it consistently. Oh, the thumbnails are just, I didn't know how to make them. That was why. I had no idea how to make them. You know, that's not my career. My career was never in making this kind of digital content like this. I don't have a degree or anything in it, and so all of the Photoshop, Illustrator, all that is brand new to me. I mean, I've did some stuff in college, sure, but it's like, it's not, you know, doing it for an assignment in college and then doing it professionally is definitely two different things. So, I mean, you know, when I have to market myself and, you know, get everything done, and it's about, like, I haven't gotten a good, what they call a scheduler. And what a scheduler is basically, if I want to post something on Monday, I don't make that post on Monday, which is what I do currently. I have to make it last, you know, like, say on a Saturday, and then I'll put it into a scheduler, and it's like, I bought one, but I don't know, I don't like it. I didn't like the interface on it and stuff, but, you know, when you already spent $100 on it, it's like, now you gotta use it, right? So, you know, one of those kind of things. They definitely don't. They're not really, there are some classes, but I mean, not really. Oops. But I mean, there are some, and I probably should get myself into a class, but you know, the problem with that is I'm already doing 15 other fucking things. So, you know, it just makes it more difficult. That's why I've stopped doing a lot of the fashion stuff for right now and started doing more of this home good stuff, because it's just like, you know, I want to run 5 businesses at once, but it's like I have to actually have all 5 up and running. I can't just, you know, want to have all 5 going, you know what I mean? Like, I gotta pace myself, because it's really, it's becoming too much of a chore to do and not really giving me any results at all. So it's like, you know, I gotta focus on what I'm going to do. So like, for instance, with this punch needle stuff, you know, I'll give this another month, and I have to start making videos about it, like what I'm doing today, and then cut them down and put them on like TikTok and stuff like that. And it's like, you know, I'm just not great at all that crap. It's definitely a little bit more difficult than I guess. You know what? I don't like that. If you don't like it, you can always just pull it out, which is fun. And then you get all your thread back. So that part is nice about this, is that you can keep screwing up as much as you want. But, you know, I'm getting there. You know, a lot of it is the confidence of just being like, okay, I'm going to do these live streams. And I'm like, for instance, all the live streams, I should be promoting that every single time. And it's like, so that's what my goal is for, like, the rest of this week, is, like, I'm going to make a bunch of, like, posts and schedule them all, so the next month I'll actually have, like, an Instagram post that automatically gets posted every Tuesday and Thursday, like a half an hour before this, that says, hey, come watch me in a half an hour, and then another one that happens, like, at 4 o'clock, that says, hey, I'm online right now, come watch me. You know, because, I mean, that's really what I need, is I need to have that consistency, because the algorithm and people also are, you know, habit-based, like you guys. I'm sure at this point, you're like, oh, it's Tuesday, it's 4 o'clock, let's go watch our kid, you know? And it's like, I need that for other people, too. I need people to be like, oh, yeah, it's 4 o'clock, I gotta go watch this guy punch needle something, you know? Because, I mean, a lot of this was more meant to be a conversation while I work, more than it is just me working while you watch. That was to me, less the motivation behind it, because I mean, you know, watching someone just work is not that entertaining, to be honest. It's just not that entertaining, right? Which is why, you know, you don't have a ton of shows of it, or if you do have like a, you know, HGTV show, they have the whole wall painted in 10 seconds, right? They don't spend 6 hours watching the paint dry. And so, you know, that's what I gotta get to, is like, I gotta do more and more of like, okay, let me, you know, not just make this thing, but, you know, make it this thing entertaining. Which is what's difficult, of course. Because also there's still a lot of confidence issues. Like, I want to go start selling some of my stuff at, like, conventions. Like, there's a local place that, you know, I could have signed up for already and just haven't, because I'm just too scared about it, you know? Like, what if they tell me no? Or what if I go there and I'm just, like, a laughing stock because no one wants my stuff? Or it's, like, it really shitty quality or something? That's why I sent you guys those 2 different ones, because I was like, well, I need someone to tell me that these things are good, because, you know, no one actually talks to me. No one actually is online being like, hey, let me talk to you about your stuff, you know? Only people I ever get are little scam artist people that are like, hey, you can buy followers from me, and it's like, I don't want to buy followers from your digital friends that aren't real. And now that I've blocked a few of them, it's like the same 5 people contact me. I've literally had the same guy friend request me thing like 8 times. And it's like, dude, stop it. I keep telling him, like, stop it. And it's my fault because I talked to him once, and so now he's like, oh, I got this guy on the hook, let me get some money from him and stuff. So it's like, you know, desperation makes bad choices. You know what I mean? And so I'm trying to not do that. But like, even today, I went to go buy this and ended up buying $100 in fabric because I'm so doubtful that I'm just like, oh, well, maybe if I buy this fabric, maybe that will make me popular. You know what I mean? So a lot of it is just nerves and trying to figure out what the hell I can do to grow an audience, and, you know, what is that audience going to want? And, you know, of course, I don't want to be fake, because then I have to stick to that person, and I don't want to stick to some fake person. I don't want to, I mean, like, the trust and honor, like, this whole thing, I believe in this, and I really like it. You know, it's like I enjoy, because something that I didn't trust myself for the longest time, and I still have doubts about trusting myself most of these days, you know? But, you know, it's just one of those things in life, you end up just having to make the fucking choice. You just gotta go for it, you know? And it's like, if it works out, it works out. If not, you know, cool. It will be a really great resume for me to get a job somewhere else, you know? But at least I'll have a bunch of cool stuff that, you know, I've always held back on, because I'm like, oh, well, I'm a man. I can't do female embroidery stuff, or, you know, I can't do, you know, gaming because I'm not a straight man, or I can't do this stuff because I'm not doing Call of Duty and stuff, you know? Because, like, Phil, he only watches Call of Duty people. He wouldn't watch me if I paid him. You know what I mean? He wouldn't watch. Because it's like, ultimately, it's not the games that he wants to watch. They're not, you know, it's not the same thing. He wants to watch a multiplayer game of a bunch of guys, you know, bragging about how many headshots they got, and it's like, I'm just not that guy. So, you know, that makes it tough, and, you know, I really want to figure out what I can do about it, and it's like, you know, a lot of it's just self-doubt and trying to figure out how to stay true to myself, but at the same time, make something that other people, of course, want to see, too. Because, I mean, if I'm true to myself but have no audience, then it's not very effective. And I can't really make a job out of, you know, you two watching me for the rest of my life. It's not really going to work. Even though you guys pay me more than my job was literally paying me. My full-time job was paying me less than what you guys are giving me. So, I mean, that tells you right there, it's like, this is still, you know, something that I can viably do, because at least I have some kind of income. But imagine how many people want to do this kind of stuff, but, you know, I know, I try, you know. I know. And that's the thing, like, that's why I'm going for it, and keep going and going with, like, this. That's why I went up today and bought the fabric, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do it, and if it ends up being a popular video, then hey, cool. If it ends up being not a popular video, then hey, you know what, at least I made something that I can hang up on a wall and be proud of, you know? Granted, I was planning on having other colors so that I could do the other colors today too, but You know, the ones that I bought offline, they were not consistent enough. Because they're hand done, which I wanted because, I mean, a hand done piece of, like, see, this is what it is. See, I bought this today, but it's not consistent. The guy didn't make it, like, he didn't do a good enough job at it, and so I can't really use it. And plus, I bought the wrong frickin' needle anyway, so it's like, yeah, you know, screwed if you do, screwed if you don't, kind of thing, right? But that's all right, you know. We'll get it in the end. I'll say this: most of the really famous ones have all burned out because they were so fake. And that's, like, the biggest fear is that, like, you know, I sell out and start selling, you know, crappy video games or crappy stuff, and it's like a year or two later, those people are destroyed. There was these one, I don't know if you haven't seen them, but there was a guy who was at one point going to be an Olympic gymnast, okay? And what he started doing is what's called mukbang videos, which is where you eat a large amount of food on stream, and the idea is in Korea, mukbang literally means eat along. So I eat alongside you, which is a video I want to do too, but this guy started doing like competition ones. So he'd be like, can I eat 20 bowls of ramen? Can I eat 50 bowls of this? And it's like, he ended up gaining over 300 pounds, and it's not good. But he makes money from it, so he's like, he kept doing it. And it's like, it's destroyed his body, destroyed his mind, and it's like, that's the biggest fear, is that, like, you see these people, and it's like, they are destroyed. And, I mean, there are people that, like, you know, look at the Paul brothers and stuff like that. They live in Arizona here. They were at a riot because they thought it was good content. That is, you know, when you get to that level, it's like, you know, you're not making rash decisions anymore. And so, you know, that's a big part of it as well. It's like, I gotta make sure I stay true to myself and I am not making literally criminal decisions. Because, I mean, that guy, I mean, he ended up having to go to the police and talk to them about, like, yeah, I'm making a video. And it's like, the cops are like, you're still gonna get in trouble for this. Like, you're not gonna not do, like, go and make a video about you in a riot, my guy. Like, that's a bad idea. And so, you know, that's the thing. It's like, a lot of that just holds me back. Because it's like, I just get so afraid of, like, what would I do if I had 10,000 people telling me to do something illegal? Would I do it or not? And it's like, you know, so a lot of it's, you know, building up over time. I'm getting a lot more confident, which is good. I mean, you know, the hair was kind of, I mean, obviously I've always had problems with, you can see how thin it is in the middle. That's obviously very self-conscious for me, and there are about half a dozen videos that you guys will never see because I'm like this the whole time, and you can see like my bald spot, and I'm just like so mad about it, I'll never release the videos. Because I look terrible in it, you know, and I look like I'm in like 50s or something. Like, it's not great. So, you know, a lot of it is just that, it's just self-conscious, and, you know, of course, also the money that I put into it. Like, I just did $10 in ads with Facebook and got 2 people to go to my profile. 2 people. I paid $10. And, you know, so, you know, it's one of those things is, how likely then am I to do another ad? If it cost me $10 and 2 people looked at it, and they didn't even, like, you know, it's not like they followed me or anything. They looked at my profile for 2 seconds and left, and, you know, will never come back to the profile again, and I spent $10 for that. And it's like, I don't know. You know, sometimes it's just, you know, I just haven't hit that formula yet, and then the internet constantly wants to sell me stuff about why I'm screwing up. Oh, you need to be doing this. You need to be doing that. Here, let me go my masterclass. There are 1,000 people that make money on telling you how to get famous on the internet, and it's like, you know, 99% of them are not true, especially because I found one of them that was like, how to get people to make money, stop going online and start making these classes. Which is why so many people make the classes, is because you can actually make more money selling it to hopeful people like me than you can actually making content. So you tell people, oh, this is how you do it, and you promise them, oh, yeah, and then all they do is buy followers, and then they can claim they're popular. Like, it's a real dirty industry right now because it's unregulated. And not only is it unregulated, it literally is, it's not even unregulated, it's literally no regulation. Like, and it's more than that. It's like there's actively bad stuff going on in it. But it's like, the advertising, I would like to do more, but it's just so expensive. It's so expensive. And so what I've started doing is, next month, what I've decided is I'm going to try to make some money. Like, obviously I've been trying that for a while, but the main goal next month is to make, even if I make $100 or whatever I can make, I'm going to put every dollar of it into advertising. And the Facebook one, that one's good because it has, like, I can, actually here, I can show you, but it's really cool. You go into, like, the actual, because it's all the metaverse now. You don't have, it's not the same as it used to be. It's all called what they call the metaverse now, and it's like, oh yeah, look, my internet is terrible right now, isn't it? Why is it so bad? Sometimes, this thing, like, you just can never can win with it, can you? Go there. Go to Ad Center, all ads, view results. Okay, so let me actually put this up over here. Let me share the screen. Okay. Okay, so if you can see here, first of all, ad will be shown to fewer people because it's low quality, which I don't know what that means, right? And it's like, and like, it just doesn't make any sense, right? It's like reducing low quality ad stuff as language that entices people and authentic engagement and the ad, and it's like, I don't know what they're even talking about there. Legitimately, I have no idea what they're talking about. All right, and then, so I reached 558 people. 2 people actually clicked on the link. And so it cost me $5 per click. And you can see here, mostly women in their early 20s. And so this is very cool, for sure. But, not great. This is the ad that I put up. There it is. So it was, if you remember on my House of Improvements, I did the THC and I had the contest. This is that contest. This is the first one, the T one. So it's all of that stuff that I wrote, and then the photo, Trust in Yourself, which I agree is maybe not the best. It doesn't look the best. I'm not the best at that, But yeah, I mean, it reached a bunch, like, this is how much it estimates it reached. This is how many they thought I would get, 13 to 37 clicks. And then, of course, I ended up getting 2. It ran for 7 days. It cost me a little over $1 a day to do. And, it was just kind of a mess. And, that's going to take a long time for me to learn, like, how to get that to actually work. And so that's the hard part. Because, I mean, this I can do every single day. I mean, look at that. That took me, we've done this for 30 minutes, and I've been able to make this in 30 minutes. I can do the craft. I have the skills to make the craft. That part's not hard. The part that's hard is getting someone to watch it. It's so hard. And it's disheartening because it's like, I don't know what to do. Like, what magic is it that separates me from the other guy? Like, what is it? And it's like, it's even one of those things that I was talking to Phil one day, and Phil had watched 20 different YouTubers and subscribed to 5 of them. And I begged him, I was like, please subscribe to them. Please subscribe to them. I was like, if you watch more than 5 videos in a week of this person, click the damn button. It's a button. It's not that complicated. It's a button. Push it. Push the button. But I mean, what do you do? Like, if you can't even get your own brother to do it, how can you get anyone else? You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know, and I try to stay positive, but it's like, you gotta understand, there is a certain amount of like beating your head against the wall, and eventually you're gonna start taking damage. You're gonna start feeling negative because, I mean, I got one new follower last week. In a week, 7 days. One guy. That's not great. That's not good. And he's not like he's gonna be in this stream, so it's like, it's one of those things I'm really trying hard. But at the same time, I just don't know what to do. Like, it drives me crazy. And the same, sometimes I do find people online, like, there's another guy that does punch needle stuff. And I started talking to him, and he was like, oh yeah, dude, get into it. It's so much fun and all this. And I was like, great. And I felt so good talking to him. Talked to him literally 4 times in an hour on Instagram. Just like, we kept messaging back and forth. And it's like, I love talking to him. But he doesn't live near me, and it's like, sometimes on the internet it can take a while. So it's like, it's tough. And it's like, I'm trying, and that is the truest part there, Claude, there for sure, is I am definitely happy making this. Like, I went out, bought this, drew on my own stuff, like my own letters, placed it down, got a little ruler out, and boom, made it, right? Now this is something that no one else in the world has. I am the only one who has it. And it looks pretty good. Like, that's going to be the rug, and so it looks pretty good. Especially it will even up a little bit when you get other stuff in there around it. It'll look really good. And so, I'm happy and I am healthy. Like, that is already much bigger than it was. And this is already, like, I can suck that in a bit more and stuff. And it's like, I'm getting healthier. Like, by the time December comes around, you're going to see me, I'm going to look different. And so that part is obviously helpful because the more attractive I am, it is helpful. You know what I mean? Like, let's be honest, there is a certain amount of this that is, I am not in my 20s anymore, and I don't have a 6-pack to do it, but it's like, look, I know that is a hard thing for me. I want to focus really badly on things, but then, like, I have, like, ADD, like, terrible, and I ended up, because I think a lot of it's just doubt, because I'm like, oh, will someone buy my clothes? Well, maybe not. Okay, then I'll do this. Well, will someone buy that? And that's not selling. Oh, let me try punch needle. If that's not selling, let me try. I keep trying other things. Like, I even went out and bought this the other day too. This is a gaming card, so I can do gaming. Because you guys had talked about there was a lot of like screen tearing going on, so I was like, all right, I'll buy that, and that will solve that. But it was like $150. Like, it wasn't cheap or anything, So it's a lot of it is just doubting and figuring out how best to do stuff, And I will definitely try to focus in the next couple of months here and really like the goal now is like, all right, Monday I want to do marketing, Tuesday I got to do fashion, Wednesday and Thursday do house of improvements, Friday, Saturday and Sunday do more marketing and more. I mean, I'm trying to figure out that schedule, figuring out when to do stuff, why to do stuff, because now I feel happy, at least to do all this with the hair, and I've gotten a lot of attention with it, which is really cool, and and just that's nice. It is nice that people talk to me, and you feel good when that happens for sure. But it is tough. It is a tough world. It's a big world, right? Because I mean, YouTube has 2 million plus people putting out content. There's enough more content put on YouTube in one day than all of World and Peace, of all of Game of Thrones, of all of, you're talking, there's more content put on YouTube a day than there is news programs made a day. And news is, we're talking local news, city news, state news, federal news. There's more put on YouTube a day than all the news combined. So it's like, it is tough. It's a lot. Yeah. Well, that was why the gameplay stuff, I was doing that. I was like, all right, let me do Hades, like, every day for, like, a week. Let me play Hades. And, it worked out all right. I got, like, a few people watching it. But my problem is I forgot to then make stuff on Instagram and stuff like that and post, like, hey, I'm doing this. This is my highlight reel. This is my... So, a lot of that is getting into that new groove. Like, today's Thursday, and so... I'm planning on like Sunday. I'll think is what I'm going to do is like sit down and like really write it out. It's like, all right, Monday I have to do 4 hours of marketing, and Tuesday I have to do 4 hours of getting this like done and filming it and getting that done. Wednesday edit stuff. Thursday get a fashion thing done, and it's like and try to figure out where I'm going to put that content, or if I am going to slow down on a lot of it and like just focus on the H of I stuff for the next like 2-3 months, which is I know, but sometimes I just doubt myself. Is a lot of it what it is. I'm like, but no one's watching, so fuck it. Let me just do something else, right? It's like, why not, right? But it's like, yeah, I mean, you're right. I should consistency. Like consistency is key. So it's like I'm working on it really big. Trying to get stuff better and better. And I promise I'm going to get better and better at it. I'm a lot happier, so that's good. That was, my eye's not twitching anymore. That took a solid month and a half for my eye not to twitch anymore. And it doesn't twitch anymore, so that's good. Yeah, the cussing is so easy for me, though. And the thing is your generation doesn't like cussing. My generation doesn't care. Because cussing isn't real. It's not a real thing. It's not real. There are no words of cuss. It's a societal standard, but society also didn't want me to be gay, so I'm not real big on societal standards. This is what I went to the gym with today. I had my this one. But yeah, thanks for talking, guys. I appreciate it. I needed a little bit of a sounding board today. I was definitely in a mood because I had bought a bunch of stuff and it didn't work out, and it's like sometimes you buy stuff and you're just like, crap, what am I going to do now with it, Yep, that's the goal, is like, now that this is my only job, it's like the goal is get to a rhythm and focus on taking that rhythm and bumping it up each week. Like, if I can even have 10 people watching me by the end of this year, that would be a huge, huge thing. So, and look, I improved. Like, you should have music right now and hear me. What I had to do is I had to buy this thing. I had to buy this thing. This thing is called Voice Meter. I had no idea what it was. I still don't quite get it, but this is my microphone. This is the music you're hearing. This is a third thing if I want to put a third thing there. And then this is a mixer that's putting them into one track. And now if you click on, like, if I click on, like, my, whatchamacallit? My, like, settings and stuff, if I can switch this and have it be that, and then boom, now you can see literally what the noise is. And I can even change that. If I wanted the music louder or, lower or whatever, I can change that. But that, I had no idea what this even was. But I had to buy it and to be able to try it, figure it out. Yeah, I imagine that's not easy, for sure. Because, that is the thing. Everyone has a bad day. And, that is something that I want to focus on, is, like, trying to have better days and keep going, But it's tough, because you just make so many mistakes. Like, I bought this. So happy I bought it, and it ended up the wrong size. And it's like, what do I do? Because there's no refunds on it. They're just not, you can't refund it. It's the way I bought it online like that. I bought it from like an auction place. And so it's not really, you can't really refund it. So it's just like, I ended up using it, but it's like, it's a bummer, right? Because I was like, I'm $20 out the window, and I'll use it eventually, but, I really wanted the one that I was like, I could have had it, right? But it's all right, we'll figure it out in the end. I'm confident that I will keep going. I look at my like Instagram stuff, and that's getting better. Like, let's see, profile. No, switch accounts. This one. Profile. There we go. there's a way to do it. Is it in edit? Where is it? I know. See, they keep switching stuff around. It drives me crazy. They constantly are moving crap around. And it's like, they need to stop it. You know what I mean? Like, they're constantly moving this crap. And it's like, yo, stop it. Stop moving all this stuff around. Where is it? That. I don't know where the heck it is anymore. See, that's the thing. I can never find the things that I'm looking for. Edit profile? I don't know where it is anymore. But there's a way to be able to, like, look at my stuff. Yeah, see, this is the guy right here. You see this guy? He's just like a little scam guy. But he keeps contacting me all the time. But look, he has 4 posts. And it's like, yeah, dude, you're just a con artist, dude. That's not a real profile. And it's like, I know there's a way to show it. Where the hell is it? Settings? It's gotta be in settings somewhere. Here? That's not it. See, they've switched so much crap around, and that's the other thing is I constantly then have to learn something new because these freaking companies, you know what I mean? What? Yeah. I have like 1,000, right? I think that's following though, not followers. Yeah, because I have 800. I'm following 1,000 people. Oh, gotta switch that back. I have 800 followers. But there's a way to show like how many I've gotten recently. I know there is. But everything, I mean everything. See, this is what I'm talking about. See, there's scheduling. You can schedule with it and set stuff to, like, post in the future. I know to ignore him and stuff, but, you know, it still makes me mad because it's like, I want... God dang it, dude. Everything. They have screwed up so badly, Instagram. Instagram has really massively screwed themselves. Because it used to be so intuitive. It used to be so easy to use. And they have done so much crap to it. And it drives me crazy. It's like, come on, guys. It's like, because they wanted to boost this up, and they wanted to boost, like, all this stuff up, which that one has 4,000. See, this is, I gotta start doing this too. Because look, that one has 3,000. That one has 4,000 views and 61 hearts. You know what I mean? And so this is definitely like the big project for me that I got to keep going on is the quilts, because that's going way better than anything else. Because I mean, 4,000 over, you know, over like, you know, 50, You know what I mean? So that's the big thing I'm gonna start really focusing on, is getting this done and getting some quilts made. But I mean, I know I can do it. I know for a fact you can look at this stuff. I know you can. But oh well. I don't know where it is anymore. They've moved it some frickin' wheres, and you know, they have just gone crazy with everything, because everything's the metaverse now, and it's like, dude, like, just because, you know, the reason they did that is because now they can sell all new stuff under Metaverse's name, because no one was buying Facebook stuff anymore. And so now everything's got to be under the Metaverse. That way they can still sell stuff, because their stocks and all that stuff was going down. But I know I can look at, like, how to look at how to see post stats on Instagram. Go to profile, tap the insight button, insights. There's not 3 little dots on this one. There's not 3 dots on it. See, this one says, it's supposed to say insights. See, they changed stuff so badly, they literally can't, like, it's not even, I can't even find it. It's supposed to be a business account anyways. Yeah, I mean, I literally can't even find it anymore. I don't know where it is. But oh well, it's fine. Oh, it's only available on the mobile. Oh, okay. Well, how stupid. This is stuff I'm talking about. How stupid. Like, you make a feature, and it's only available on the mobile. Like, what are they thinking? Like, they are just... It shows you that too many people are making too much money in Instagram and are not users of the program. And that's become a major problem too, is, you know, so much of this stuff is owned by people that then don't even use it. And it's like, it has become so toxic, you know? So it is just tough. We're figuring it out though. You know, staying positive and trying to just figure out what the hell is going on, you know? But I did make this cool little H today. Took what, 30 minutes? Right? Anyways, guys. See, that was another small one I started today, too. It's cute. But anyways, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. See y'all on Tuesdays. And, you know, talk to you guys in the group chat. Oh, I know, right? Thank you. 800 is not that impressive yet, but it's all right. We're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah. Or come back. Yeah. Take your time to review with a smile. Yeah. You're telling me. But I'm trying. You know, we'll get there. Love you guys. Talk to you later. See ya. Bye.